What's up, fam? Welcome to Ask the Mods,
where we challenge you to stop playing and start pushing.
I mean, that right there is real.
It's just me. It's just in me. You stank. Play your breath in my face. Let's see if you're going 3 for 3.
This right here is my beautiful wife, Iana.
And this right here is my fine husband.
Thank you, baby.
Aize.
All right, y'all. Today we're gonna get started by, talking about an experience that we had earlier today that really made us take pause and reflect not just on our relationship, but our experience with raising our oldest son. The title of this post is "Know It or Not, You Always Have a Testimony," because today my wife was talking with some sisters, and she just realized that we're in a different space than we were 10 years ago, and we're really appreciative of the opportunity that we have to share some of the things that we experienced.
Yeah, so today we went to a picnic here in the DC metro area, and it was to commemorate and celebrate Sickle Cell Global Awareness Day. So going to the picnic, going there and being there with other families who have children with sickle cell disease, there are adults there who have sickle cell disease. Being in that environment, well, it wasn't that out of the ordinary for us. We've been involved over the years in different organizations and that kind of thing. But I noticed as we were sitting there, I said, people aren't really talking, and, there's no connecting going on. Is somebody going to facilitate something so that people can reach out and say, well, what's your story? What's your story, right? And I don't even know how I got over to this table where these two young ladies were sitting. But I basically went over to the table. And I have two very, very good friends who we've been raising our children parallel together for many years, our families, because their children have sickle cell as well. And when I went over to the table, it reminded me of myself and my friends back in the day when we were walking around with our car seats, bewildered, walking around anxious, walking around so on edge, so in fear, because we had these new babies that came to us who had sickle cell anemia. And I had never, ever even paused to think about sickle cell anemia prior to 10 years ago. Never, because it had not impacted me. And then all of a sudden, our life was turned upside down. When, what happened? I went for one of my prenatals, visits before we had Asante. And my mother tells me on the way, look, you might want to tell the doctor to check and see if you got the sickle cell trait. I think you do, I'm not sure. Oh, by the way, I was like, oh, okay, whatever, what is that? I went and I told the doctor tested me thinking like, okay, that's not going to happen. And then I go back and they say, you do have the sickle cell trait. You say, oh, your husband should be tested. Okay.
So I went to go get tested.
He went to go get tested. We thought, oh, what's the chances of that he's going to have it too? And what they tell you?
Yeah, I had the trait as well.
Yeah, he had the trait as well. So that meant there was a possibility that we were going to have a child with sickle cell. And we said, oh, what's the chances of that? And then out comes this beautiful baby boy. And he had sickle cell. And we were bewildered. I was overwhelmed. And I sat with these women today, and they said, well, how old is your son? I said, oh, well, he's 9 now. Oh, and their children were like 1 and 3, and they said, oh, but you can tell us so much stuff. And they were starting to name some of the things that they had been dealing with, and some of the things that they had been doing, and some of the things that the doctors had been telling them. And I just easily and effortlessly said, oh, yeah, well, we don't do that anymore. Oh, well, we took a different route on that. And, oh, this is helpful right here. And, I've been through that. I've been in that place, and we're free from that now. And that will shift, and this will change, and it feels like this, but you're really going to be all right. And in that moment, I looked over my husband, and I saw him watching me, and I realized, oh, my goodness. To me, it was like, whatever. We're going to the sickle cell picnic. We try to stay connected. But it was so impactful for them. And in my being able to offer something to them, just my experiences, just what I had, dealt with, just what we had gone through as a family, just the fact that I was able to impact them and that we were able to do that, oh my gosh, it blessed me so much. And so I don't want to wrap you up all day about it. But I mean, as we talked about it on the way home, we just talked about the fact that, you know, this right here is really important for us all to remember in our lives every day. We all have the ability to impact the world wherever you stand. I did a post on purposepusher.com, and what was the post? It was respect your platform. Mm-hmm. Your platform is wherever you stand. It's wherever you are. It's whether you're at church or the mosque. It's whether you are, you know, at work, at the picnic, in your house, with your child, with your family, or just with yourself. You have the ability to impact the world and to impact people. And so I guess I was just humbled today. I was humbled because, you know, now I'm not in that space anymore. But I was taken back. Now I'm, you know,
I mean, because they
I
were
noticed,
hungry.
you know.
They were hungry. They were like clawing and grasping for information, answers, and, you know, just to be in that space where we've gone through it, and then to be able to help somebody else out who might be feeling like, you know, woe is me. You know, I can't believe I'm in this situation, and I'm just like, what do I do? But, you know, you're talking to somebody who's gone through it, so it's like you can almost reach back, grab their hand and say, you know, come on, you know, you can get through it.
So we wanted to just do a little post on this because we want everyone to think about the places that you've been in your life, to think about where you were that you are not anymore, and to think about whether or not you have some gifts, some information, some strategies, some motivation, anything inside of you that you are not letting out, that's not being tapped into, and what you're withholding it is doing to your community, what you're withholding it is doing to your circle. You may not even be consciously withholding it, but understand that we all have something we can give. We all have something that someone else is dying and yearning to hear. So please, when you turn off your computer, when you get up from your seat, think for a moment. What is it that I have to offer someone? Maybe you'll make a call. Maybe you'll write a letter. Maybe you'll sit down and send something out to someone. Whatever it is you're going to do, remember, you have a platform, and it's wherever you stand. So please,
start playing and start pushing.